And we're underway. Twighlight Stadium is the venue. Hyrule Wanderers, the opponents today. PEU League, the competition. I've just given that away. I can't believe I've done that. That is really sloppy. Oh, it's not. It is. It is. Everybody else went away, and it definitely is. It's another one. Well, there we are. It's another one. I've got my cup of tea. I've put my pad down on the floor, and I'll get my cup of tea. Yep, got my cup of tea today. It's a bit sunny. I went to town today earlier, pay a couple of bills and everything else, and while I was there, I was able to pick up a couple of second-hand games that I haven't played. I've got Red Dead Redemption. I haven't played that, so I got the Game of the Year edition of that, second-hand. For about 15 quid it was, which is a lot cheaper than the 25 quid that they're asking for digitally download, isn't it? So I can have a game of that and see what that's all about. And I got a Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which I haven't played before, which looks really good fun. So that's going to be enjoyable. And a game that I lent to a mate. Burnout Revenge. I'm a bit of a Burnout fan, as you might have gathered from my little PEU league with Seacrest County and that, and the little rivalry there, Ridge Racer v Burnout. And I lent Burnout Revenge to a mate because their little child at the time scratched the disc, and so she wanted to borrow my copy, so I lent it to her, and then like ages later asked, you know, for it back. No, apparently it was hers, no, it's mine, no. So I bought myself Burnout Revenge again. So that was nice. And I was thinking, while I was having a look at second-hand games, I was thinking about PES 2017. And I thought, if I find it, you know, second-hand, you know, I could pick it up and then I could see if it's broken or not. And I thought, hang on a minute, because I'm sitting there, I put Red Dead Redemption on to see what it were like and everything else. I mean, it looks and sounds great, it does, you know, because I've got the receiver and all the speakers and that, and it just sounds great. And I'm going to enjoy that. And I thought, well, if you're like buying games on last gen, if you're like gaming and you're a generation behind, everything's going to be new to you, isn't it? You know, it's like you could game really cheap. I mean, you know, like I say, I've got the Game of the Year edition of it, and it's like they do that, don't they? They put Game of the Year editions out with all the content on it and stuff, and then it got me thinking about PES. Well, if you're gaming with PES a year behind, because every time a new PES comes out, they always have the old PESs there second-hand, you know, don't they, near the new copies, so, you know, and they've got these second-hand. Well, if you sort of, you could play PES quite cheaply, couldn't you, a year behind, and it'd be second-hand, so, you know, it's like, if it's a load of crap, then Konami don't get your cash. Because if they're trying to con you, you can sidestep that, can't you, and just sort of game quite cheaply. And it's like on PlayStation 4, which we're on, there's PlayStation Now, isn't there? So you can download all these things and rent and sort of, you know, play as much as you want, but you have to keep, because you're renting, you have to keep paying, don't you? Well, I thought, sod that, so I got myself a second-hand PlayStation 3, and I picked up Infamous 2, which is about a £5 today. And it's like, you know, if you shop around, you can get cheap games and that, and it's like you get to keep it, and then you can play it as much as you want, and you can sell it again if you're that type of person that wants to do that, or you can collect it if you're the type of person that likes collecting them. it's not a digital where you have to pay for a bigger hard drive just because, you know what I mean, and keep paying to play them. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there about PES. You know, if you play it a year behind, because with the editor and that, it doesn't really matter if it's a year behind, because you could edit it all, couldn't you? You could find out the stats for players on the internet and then just edit it to suit it. Anyway, see you for the second half of this rubbish in a bit. Second half here, my cup of tea is on the floor, so we'll pass it back to my keeper and put my pad down and have my cup of tea. Yeah, so I've got my beers in my fridge. I mean, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. It's every blooming match. I mean, what do you say? Oh, it's like this again, and you know what I mean? No. Got my beers in my fridge for later. They're chilling. Yeah, I'll probably pop them out of the fridge tomorrow. I think I'll leave them to chill. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to talk about while it's like this. Just sort of amuse yourselves, really. But it is worth thinking about, you know, the whole sort of playing PES a year behind. I think we only sort of get into playing the latest one because they try and herd us like sheep, don't they? About, you know, you have to sort of have the latest one to be in the group with your mates. But if you think, let's sod all that, because I think that's what online does, and connectivity and socialising with friends. We're all playing this, and it's a marketing ploy to get you to play what they're playing, to keep up with them, to get the latest game. That's what it is. And if you think, hang on a minute, sod all that, I'm going to play, you know, each one a year later, I'm going to be a year behind with PES, you would save a lot of money doing that. And each PES that you buy would be new to you, wouldn't it? So, you know, sod what your mates are doing and in with that group, because that is just a marketing ploy to get you all to spend more money on the latest one. But hey, don't forget, with PlayStation Now you could rent it. You know, there'll be more titles available to rent, to keep paying for. Oh, stuff that, just buy a cheap second-hand PlayStation 3 and buy your games second-hand. That's why they want to shut out the second-hand market, innit? You know, that's why they don't like it. Anyway, 65th minute's being and gone, and obviously now we have to, you know, try and play this rubbish. Oh, so my player doesn't respond. Whole little neat move that I had there planned out is Buckley. Chip it in. Whoa! St. Graven! Well, he missed the sitter there, didn't he? Left peg as well. He is left footed, so it should have been easier to try and guide it into it. It's like bringing my defender forward instead of my midfielders tracking back. It's the same ploy it does time and again. Verts in. Oh! Well, I thought I might have a goal there. It's just selected a different walk there. As fouled my player's foot's into his leg there. That's the foul. Crack collision detection. 2017's got it as well, by the way. Does he actually touch the football here? That doesn't really make any difference, does it? Because the touching of the football is secondary to put his studs right through the shin of my player. Right through the side of his leg. That's a foul all day long. Clear as a bell, that's a foul. But the game says, you know what, sod it. We've gone past the 65th minute. We're in a 65th minute type match with all its broken rules. So, sod it. St. Graven. movement into the area now. If I can flip that back, I just can't. It deselected him. I couldn't get to control him. Game deselected him and made it. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. I just made substitutions, so something about deselecting a player, but made another one who wasn't going to be able to get the ball come toward it, I think, probably. Requena. Oh, went one way and then the other, but they just continue running into the back. He'll turn away. Don't touch it, it won't be a foul. Every time you're going to challenge the ball, they just turn away, don't they? Hit that one! Oh, did all the hard work and then hit it straight at the keeper. I thought we were going to get toward the edge of the goal then as well. It's really up for the game, Requena. So I thought we had the chance to get bagging a goal there. Berardi's on. I think Graven is off and Leicester's on. And Cervera's on. There we go, Gabriel scores. Excellent goal. Have a look at it in a minute. It's really up for the game, Gabriel. I really like that player. So glad I signed him. Control. Wait for all their defenders to just bugger off. Just near the 6-yard line, they bugger off to do it. They're just outside the 6-yard box. So let their defenders go away from you and just make sure that the midfielders closing in, pardon me, from behind don't get the ball, and then it's just like finish it. And that should be another 1-0 win, and after another crap 65th minute match. It can't be very nice to watch this play through, but you know, it's essential. It's essential viewing. I don't know anybody else on the internet that does this. I don't know anybody. I think that they all like to make money off it and make it exciting, and I just think that's wrong. I think it should be just shown as it is. So it might be difficult to watch, it might be shit sometimes, I might not have a lot to say, but I think it's absolutely essential viewing. Gabriel man of the match here for the results shortly.